Fortnite Chapter 6 FNCS is going to be here before we know it, and I have found the best keyboard and mouse settings you need to start using. These settings are optimized for all the new weapons and changes Fortnite has added, so if you want to start placing and take competitive seriously, I recommend you start using these settings. But without further ado, let's get onto the video. One of the most important things to go over is that every single pro you look up to basically has no delay. You'll see them hitting full edit courses during endgame like they're in creative. Now most people think they just need to have a crazy PC for that, but that is a complete lie. Every single one of those pros have tweaks. Tweaks are optimizations that you can apply to your PC, laptop, and even console. Since I've been taking comp much more serious this season, I really needed to improve not just my delay, but my overall FPS and ping. So I deeply recommend to every single one of you who wants to take your Fortnite skill to the next level to look into tweaks. And if you want to know more about them, the exact tweaks I use will be in the description, and each tweak on the website has a detailed description on how they'll benefit your system. Alright, now let's get into the most important things that you all been waiting here for. Go into your settings, make sure your window mode's on full screen resolution 1920 by 1080, your frame rate is whatever your monitor's refresh rate is. Now this here, make sure these are all on low. If we go into our audio, this is preference as well, but make sure your sound quality is on low. This is a very underrated setting I recommend you guys using. Now visual sound effects, same thing, make sure it's on. Every single pro uses it on. It's a pretty common thing. Now if we get to our main settings, your matchmaking region is whichever server you want to play. Whatever the lowest MS is the region you want. Now I do have toggle sprint on, which is just, you know, my preference. Same for auto open doors. That's just kind of what I have it on. Now hold to swap weapon I do have on, that's a preference as well. Preferred item slots, make sure these are on. You don't need to copy mine, but make sure you at least have some setup for yourself. Now if we scroll further on down, what I do have is I do have disable pre-edit option on. That's just because I'm a mechanical player and I don't use it much, and I do have confirm edit on release on. Now if we scroll down even further, if your replays are on, make sure these are all turned off. That makes your game so much more delayed because it's just recording it in the background. Same for energy saving, make sure all of that is off. Now if we go into our HUD, make sure this is all preference as well, but I have reticle off, reticle ammo indicator off. You can just copy all this down. I do have my HUD scale at around 80. You know, I like it kind of small but not too small. Copy any of these you guys want. And for my settings, I play 12.5 X and Y on 800 DPI. You guys always ask, it's 800 DPI. Now keyboard movement, make sure you guys have double movement on. Like, come on, y'all need to have that on. Turn it on. You can copy mine if you want. Now let's just go into our, you know, my binds. Honestly, this is all just preference, or you could copy mine as you see on the screen. Most importantly, I do not use the F keys for my building. They're right there on the screen. Those are my actual binds. You know, I just kind of like to have swag, so that's just where that is. And here's my I use scroll up to reset, by the way. All right, you guys enjoy. I got it.